What's up, guys? Back with another video. I believe this is part 4 in terms of YouTube and Instagram and such. Yeah, I'm showing you guys something real cool today. More Than 3 Records. It's a box set. Got this summer of 2025, and I might have honestly already made a video on this. I'm pretty sure I did, but fuck it. Like I always say, no one keeps tabs or pays attention for the most part of what I post and what I haven't. Maybe a couple people, but for the most part, nobody, oh, he already posted this, he already made a video on this. I'm not, I don't have that much of a following, and like people busy with their lives, and stuff like that, so they don't really, pay attention. So anyhow, I'm definitely making a video on this box set today, and I've almost sold it like a good 3 to 5 times, and I really don't want to sell it, but not to TMI, but based on what's going on and the choices I've made, I did need some extra money, but I am trying to hold off on selling it, or try not to sell it at all. But that's really the plan. I don't want to sell, like, I never want to sell any of my music collection unless I don't want it or don't like the music, of course, but that's very rare. But yeah, I never want to be someone to sell my music, especially when I'm using the money for things that are not worth it, if you know what I mean. So the goal is to not sell my shit. So yeah, we'll get to it. So what we're going to be reviewing and giving you guys my own personal analysis on is Absurd, baby. I already forgot what it's called. Yeah, let me see. Yeah, Life Beyond the Grave from 92 to 94. Right there, guys. This came obviously with this really cool wooden box set. This is, I think, the only or the first box set I've gotten. One box set I almost got, I know I've said this before, but it was the Forest LPs that came out in 2024. But yeah, I already explained that, but I just figured I'd get the 4 LPs versus the box set because the price difference wasn't adding up. Anyhow, I will say, one of my cats knocked it over and this part did break off. I'm sure I could find someone that's handy that could fix it for me. It's not that fucked up, but yeah, a little broken, kind of disappointing. Guess I'll take it off and give you guys better that. Got all of the what it came with. Upside down. Got all of what it came with right there. It came with 5 LPs. It's God's Death, Death from the Forest, Out of the Dungeon, Sadness, and then bonus material. And all these LPs have just been played once. I haven't played them that much. For one, this is more of a collectible. The music isn't, all that. I mean, it's early Absurd. Obviously, they were kids. They didn't have the financial funding to get good equipment, take lessons, or just play enough because they're super young, like I said. So, the music's very amateur, but, how I view that is, it's very raw, emotional, and like based on their circumstances of where they were in life and such, it's pretty genuine and authentic to just make music, create as much as you can, and have that really shitty, gritty, raw atmosphere. And it's just and the fact that they evolved at, say, late 90s, early 2000s, still a bit more better quality music. I feel like having the shitty, raw, grimy stuff in the early 90s versus everything else and so forth is a good contrast of where Absurd started and what they are, or what they were in the early 2000s to the 3 different Absurds of what they are now. Besides the point, but I feel like the raw and grimy, all the older stuff is very necessary, especially to have with the collection. But it's just necessary. I think Absurd is one of the most crucial German black metal bands, but I will never say I'm not an Absurd fan, and I'm glad I got this box set, and I'm really trying to hold off to not sell it, but we'll get to it. So first off, we got this little pamphlet, I'd like to say. Shows all the bonus material, has some info. I got pictures like this, just like paragraphs on them, the controversy, their demo info, and all of that. Got some cool exclusive pictures. I'm not quite sure if these have been seen before the box set. I'm sure some of them have. I thought it did say it came with exclusive pictures and such. It's funny, in the early days they looked like a punk band, which makes sense because they have a lot of punk elements in their music, and based on the time period it was, like I said, it makes sense to why they would have that more aesthetic burst. A lot of black metal bands in Europe at that time, spikes, corpse paint, long black hair, blonde hair, they had a different vibe in those early days, which they still do now, but that's pretty cool. So got a poster right here, Absurd poster, which is the same picture on the pamphlet. Pretty cool. Probably not gonna hang it up. Definitely want to keep it, so pristine as possible. We'll get to the vinyl now. So I definitely need to get some plastic or sheets to put over. I need some new ones. These obviously are the ones that rip really easy. I think these are out of order, but I don't really care. So first, this is I can't even see. Yeah, Death from the Forest. Is that the first demo? I don't think it's God's Death, which is the first demo. Yeah, God's Death. So this is the second demo according to how it's listed. I heard it is listed a bit out of order, but I'm not quite sure on that. I can look it up. So yeah, Death from the Forest right here. Got all the tracks right there. Yeah, it sounds rough and grimy and raw, so that's what you expect. It's upside down. Oops. Yeah, I got it right there. Got Jesus, guts spilling out and such. You got songs God's Death, Ashes to Ashes. A lot of these songs you'd see more revised on the 2000s material. Last Breath, Eternal Winter. Yep, that's Forest, Death from the Forest. Next up, we have Out of the Dungeon, I believe this is what it is. This is also probably my favorite cover of the demos. And yeah, you know, keep in mind, I'm sure a lot of people heard this. This is allegedly never getting pressed again, so that gave me more intent to definitely get this box set, and I'm super glad I did. I mean, these are pretty fucking nice, good material with you know, the LP, the gatefold's made out of, not some cheap shit. Out of the Dungeon. So a lot of the songs I read off the second demo, you'll see on other demos, all these different versions, and like I said, you'd see them later in their more revised stuff in the 2000s. But you know, you got Last Breath like that, some more exclusive songs, Eternal Winter, Odin's Ravens, Far Away from Heaven, Ode and Die, can't read that last word, Greenheart, yeah, it's a lot of the same songs with some new ones, but yeah, Out of the Dungeon right here, super cool. I love a good white cover LP. I feel like I don't have enough of those, but yeah, pretty cool stuff right there. And yeah, obviously all these are black LPs, so no need to show them. Next up we have, it looks like I did replace some of them. Forgot I did that, but next up, I believe this is the bonus material, or, let's see. Can't even remember what's what, it's been a while, so that's that. I believe this is the bonus material, or it's either that, or Sadness, I believe. I thought it had the cover on all of them. It's either Sadness or the bonus material. Pretty sure. Sorry guys, give me a sec. Yes, that's God's Death. Oh yeah, I was right. This is the bonus material right here. Show you guys the back. I love this fucking, you know, art of Odin. It's fucking crazy, badass. I feel like the art on these demo LPs are super fucking awesome because they're just better quality than the fucking tapes you'd see in the fucking early 90s. And like I said, they only had so much money and such, so, you know, having quality versions of these demos is just a fucking awesome fucking opportunity. But yeah, bonus material right here. Like I said, a lot of the same songs, God's Death, Green's Heart, Brain Slaughter Surgery, Depression, Dunkelheit cover, I assume, Hang the Pope, Lords of Ages. You got a Last Breath but Assault version, so I'm sure it's a bit different. Like I said, I've only listened to a lot of these like one time, so I'm honestly waiting until I get a better record player before I play a lot of the more rare stuff. But yeah, bonus material right there. Next up, we got their first ever demo, I believe, which is God's Death, the first Absurd material ever. So yeah, this is a fucking gem. Yeah, a lot of similar songs, but you have a good amount of songs. I think there's like 16, 18 songs, maybe a little less. You know, you got songs like Vampire, oh yeah, Battle of the Holy Walls, yeah, songs like that. You got an outro and an intro as well. But yeah, fucking amazing, dude. Like, it's crazy how overwhelming collecting can be because there's so much rare shit. Like even rare like hoodies, LPs, all that was pressed like, you know, 3 years ago. That's like super rare now, and like, you know, you see that shit on eBay for like $300 to $500. It's like kind of overwhelming. You're just like, damn, I wish I hopped on that, you know, before it fucking blew up like that. Like I saw a Durst Sturmer hoodie that was pressed by the US guys, Vindelic Werewolf, I think it's called, and it's like it was selling for like $400 or $500. And it's just like it was only fucking made a few years ago, you know. But that's just the sad reality we live in when it comes to black metal collecting in general. You know, if you see something and you're thinking about getting it, I always say just get it, because if you didn't want it later, you could always sell it. I mean, I'm not gonna say do those upsell the fuck out of it, but you know, you could get it for more than you paid for sure. But God's Death right there. I do wonder how much this box set will go for in the future. Like I said, I really don't want to sell mine, but you know, like I said, I think there's how many copies are there again? Like 250, I believe, but pretty limited. And now we got the final demo I'm showing you guys called Sadness. You know, a lot of the same songs. You got the title track Sadness. You got a different version of God's Death, organ version. Show you guys the back. Yeah, and obviously you got to appreciate the old logo right here with the pentagram and her cross. A lot of what you'd see in a lot of black metal logos, late 80s, early 90s, maybe more so early 90s, but got the pagan rune in the middle of the wolves. Real cool fucking stuff. And yeah, that's about it for this. Like I said, I think I did make a video on this before, but you know, I'd like to think this version's a bit better for sure. But yeah, I appreciate you guys watching. Definitely need some more Absurd material. I do have a pretty nice collection of Absurd right now, but there's, you know, endless material I still don't have. Like I said, collecting can be a bit overwhelming, and you know, you just take it step by step, you know. Don't feel like you gotta have everything at the same time. You know, a lot of those collectors you see online, you know, that are a little older, they've probably been collecting, you know, 20, 15 plus years. So it's just like, but you know, I always say vinyl inflation has gone real bad after 2020, but besides the point. Appreciate you guys watching. Just know more videos will be coming soon.